For WashU, the starters will look like this. David Patoki, a 5'10 senior guard, averaging 12 points. Luke Silverman-Lloyd, a 6'2 junior guard, averaging 8 points a game. Nick Burt, a 6'5 senior forward, averaging 13.7 rebounds. Matt Palucki, a 6'7 senior forward, averaging 16 points, 8 rebounds. And the other forward, 6'6 junior forward, it's Mitch Stuzinski, averaging 9 points and 4 rebounds. WashU has won the opening tip. That's Patoki with the basketball right now in his hands. Up and down, and he thought he saved himself with the travel by putting the ball on the floor. That was Luke Lloyd Silverman, but it's a turnover for WashU. So quickly, Eddie will go over the Case starters, and they're the starters that have been there all year long. We got Jimmy Holman with the basketball from Ann Arbor, Michigan. He's their starting point guard, a junior. Brian Clements now with it from South High School in Willoughby. Then you've got Great Dane McLaughlin. The shooter is Julian Person from Second Baptist High School in Texas, and Julian knocks the three down, and that's a great sign because it took Julian a few minutes to get going the other night.
Yeah, it did, and hopefully he's going to be 100% from that knee injury that he suffered on Friday, because they're going to need every ounce of energy that they can get out of their 6'7" wing.
Well, we saw him before the game. We asked him about the knee injury, and up with a right-handed hook is Mitch Stuzinski, and he said he felt fine. He said that bursa sac down there he had some issues with the other night. He said he's feeling good, he's ready to play, and he's off to a good start. This is Person to Holman. Screened by Connor Adell. Try to get it inside to Brian Clements out of South High School in Willoughby, and it's a turnover for Case.
But Ron, the one thing that you hope with Person is that he doesn't get a little too complacent on the three-point line, because you want him to penetrate. That's where his defense comes into play with those long arms, his ability to block shots near the rim. You hope he gets involved in every way, shape, or form here this afternoon.
Case won round one of this basketball game, 89-78 in St. Louis. It was the first time in 19 games on the road where Case has gone to WashU that they've won in St. Louis. So it was a huge win, especially coming off a loss to Chicago on Friday night. WashU ranked 12th in the country, although they lost to Carnegie Mellon on Friday night in Pittsburgh. They lost 72-59. That's Person, another three in the air. Clements tries to keep it alive, almost gets it. This is Lloyd Silverman with the miss. Good defense by Case. Person saves it to Jimmy Holman. Spartan coaching staff wants this team to push it. Holman steps up, throws up a three. He was red hot on Friday night. McLaughlin almost grabbed the rebound, but WashU controls. Case is up 3-2 early on in this basketball game, just 2 minutes gone in game one of a doubleheader today here from Horsburgh Gymnasium. Person fighting for a rebound, a whistle and a foul. Foul's going to go against Luke Lloyd Silverman. That will be his first. There's the head coach, Mark Edwards of Washington University. Seems like he's been there as long as the program has been there. He's done a great job. So Jimmy Holman's going to bring it up. Holman averaging 8 points, 5 assists per game. The last time these two teams played, almost every basket that Case scored, McLaughlin in and out for a three, was an assisted basket. They moved the ball very well. They had 15 three-pointers against this WashU basketball team. Connor Adell with nice defense. Working inside, Brian Clements with a block. Eddie, those two players, Brian Clements and Connor Adell, neither one of them score a lot for Case. They haven't been asked to score. They're not expected to score, but they are expected to have good post presence, middle of the lane defense, and both guys have done a nice job this year.
And they are the main reason that the Spartans are second in the league and 14th in the nation with 4.9 blocks a game. They have some rim protection here, the Spartans do.
Nice little soft floater by David Patoki. Patoki from Evanston, Illinois, averaging 12 points per game for this Bears basketball team. Person finds McLaughlin, and the Great Dane with his first three of the game. He's got 60 on the season. He leads this basketball team in three-point shots. Nice ball fake, shots up, short, and Holman comes up with a loose ball. 3.5 minutes gone in this opening half of game 1 of a doubleheader today here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. The Case men have made 2 3-pointers. Holman look to make the third. McLaughlin keeps it alive. Person controls it. And Holman will set the offense. This is Jimmy Holman with a high screen from Clements. Connor Adell now, back to Holman. Jimmy will get another high screen. Clements with a ball fake, left baseline. Brian got a shot blocked. Here comes Washington University. Both teams coming into today looking for a win on this weekend's action in UAA play. Spotting up and hitting a 16-footer is their 6'6" junior forward, Mitch Stuzinski. Stuzinski's got 4 of the 6.
And he's played good basketball offensively for them. In the last 10 games, he has scored in double figures 7 times, and he's shooting an outstanding 58%. He gets a lot of easy looks for them.
Clements to McLaughlin, fadeaway shot, it's good. Dane's got 5, averages 15 on the season. He's the leading scorer for this Case men's basketball team. Nice screen and roll. And the bucket by Nick Burt. Nice pass that time by Fatoki.
I was going to say, how about the setup by Fatoki? Even more impressive than his 12 points a game. He is 4th in the nation with 7.5 assists. He is a crafty passer in traffic.
Passing lane closed quickly there. This is Fatoki. A 2-on-3 break. Hits the trailer, and the trailer gets fouled.
And again, we saw an outstanding pass from Fatoki on the run. I mean, he's got a very unique skill set while passing on the run. Almost led to an and one right there. Instead, the Bears go to free throws. That is the type of opportunities that Fatoki creates for the Washington Bears.
Fouls on Jimmy Holman, that's his first. At the free throw line, that's Nick Burt. Burt, a 62% free throw shooter on the season. Checking in for Case are the twins from Avon Lake, David and Eric Black, both freshmen. And that's Person with the rebound. This is Holman, he'll bring it up. Eddy, David and Eric Black off the bench for Coach Sean McDonald are averaging a combined 17 points and 8 rebounds per game. One scores inside, the other scores outside. Eric's a good post player. David can hit the 3. That's Person on the drive. Julian Person and Dane McLaughlin have all 10 of Case's 10 points. Double dribble in the backcourt. Case is going to get it back. But the point back to David and Eric Black is Case will go in offense, and David will actually inbound the ball, number 15. To have 2 freshmen play as many minutes as they do and be as successful as they do, it's a nice thing for a head coach.
That's a big plus for them, no question about it.
Boy, Fatoki just jumped up in the air, great leaping ability, and stole that pass nearly as quickly as it left Jimmy Holman's hands. Travel with the basketball? No. A foul. Foul's going to go against Eric Black. The shot will count. So an opportunity at a 3-point play. So for Eric Black, that is his first. At the free throw line, trying to complete the 3-point play, will be Nick Burt. Burt's been very active. He's got 5 points so far.
And he also won his first UAA Athlete of the Week award not too long ago, having scored and having averaged 25.5 a game with 9.5 rebounds. That's a solid week for anybody.
Well, Burt's a good all-around player for this WashU team as Julian Person just has a burst and blows by that WashU defense. Person lays it in. He's got 7. To continue the thought on Burt, Nick Burt averaging 13 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists per game, plus he leads the team with block shots. He's blocked 15. Nick Burt. He's got 8 of their 14. Julian Person remains hot. He's got 10 of Case's 15.
And the 3-ball raining early for the Spartans. They had 15 in their last matchup against the Bears, and they'll continue to get more. Just got to continue to knock them down.
Off a screen, shot was missed. Eric Black with the rebound. Black on the season averaging 4 rebounds per game. This is Jimmy Holman. He'll bring it up. Case is up a point. 7 minutes gone in this opening half. This is Person. Try to get it into Eric Black. Ball was kicked. Case is going to keep it. That's it's a good thing for Case because that was a turnover waiting to happen. Dane McLaughlin, Jimmy Holman will get some rest. Spencer Boyd and Jordan Dean will check in for Case, part of that 10-man rotation that head coach Sean McDonald employs with this year's basketball team. This is Person for three again. Missed it long. Eric Black tried to keep it alive. That was David Black, and Eric's on defense now against Nick Burt. Burt with a pass. WashU with a knockdown jumper. That's Mitch Stuzinski. Case wants a timeout. They'll get it. Stuzinski's got 6. Burt's got 8. WashU's got 16 total. They're up a point. We'll be back.
I have this cool cash. What can I do with it? You can turn it into a hot meal at Rascal House. It's the best value in town. What do they have there? Buckets of wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and of course, great pizza. Are they open late? You bet. Open every night till 2:30 a.m. And you can even build your own pizza and order it online at rascalhousepizza.com. Cool. See you at the Spartans game? Yep, and see you after at Rascal House.
David Black and Julian Person out front for Case. Spartans down a point. We're 8 minutes into this basketball game. This is Jordan Dean, who just entered the game. Julian Person drawing the defense.
That is why it's so important, Ron, to have a healthy Julian Person in there, because as good a three-point shooter as he is, he's going to draw the defense as well.
Person misses the three. Boyd tried to grab the rebound. Julian was looking for a foul in the far corner, didn't get it. WashU with the basketball. This is Stuzinski. Handing it off to Fatoki. Fatoki still with the basketball. Gets a high screen, puts up a shot. It's a 2, and it goes. David Fatoki's got 4.
Well, as good a passer as he is, he can also create a contested shot for himself. That's his favorite spot, right at about the free throw line. He just kind of leans into one and gets it to go.
Eric Black with a nice reverse inside. They're going to wave it off. They're going to say the foul was on the floor. Foul's on Stuzinski. That's his first. So Eric will not get the layup, and he will not go to the foul line. It's a foul on the floor as Julian Person takes a seat. Matt Clark checks in. This is Clark with the basketball off the inbound. High screen from Eric Black. Jordan Dean with Fatoki on him. Matt Clark, left-handed 3, top of the key, missed it. Black down on his tailbone, fighting for the rebound. Spencer Boyd joins in, and we've got a tie-up, and the possession arrow goes to Case. Boy, that was dangerous for Eric Black. He went up, got his legs cut out from under him, came down on his tailbone.
Yeah, I was going to say, we nearly had a heart attack with Person on Friday, and it was almost like deja vu with Black down low, so definitely a good sign to see him up and walking it off.
This is Jordan Dean looking for a seam. David Black into his brother Eric, kicks it out to Boyd. Good ball movement. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 18 seconds on the shot clock. This is Dean, draws the defense, now it's Boyd. Steps back, 16-footer, good. Spencer Boyd had a real good night on Friday night off the bench for Case. His first 2 of this afternoon. Spartans are down a point, it's 17-18. Working inside, Eric Black gets beat, and he fouls as well. So that's the second foul for Eric. Basket will count, and Brandon Stafile will be at the free throw line to shoot 1. Connor Adell back in the game for Case. Adell, an original starter, he's scoreless. Eric Black will take a seat. Eric scoreless with 2 fouls. Stafile has 3 points, and this is the largest lead of the early game for WashU. It's 4 at 21-17. Ball's tipped off WashU. Fatoki hit it. On the floor right now for Case, it's Jordan Dean. He'll inbound it. Matt Clark, Connor Adell, Brian Clements. This is Matt Clark with it. Clark draws the foul as he drives in.
He tried to change hands, going to the rim right there. It's a strong move by Clark. He doesn't get the finish, but good news for the Spartans. They get to the free throw line, and that is an area that they have had pretty good success all season long, shooting 75% on the season.
So the first foul of the game on Stafile. And Clark with his first point. Clark from St. Louis University High School in St. Louis, Missouri. So he is very well aware of the tradition and excellence of this WashU basketball program. Case back within 2, 3 in the air for WashU. Front of the rim, back of the rim won't go, but they get the rebound. Shot blocked by Clements. This is Fatoki on the drive. Draws the defense. Stafile for 3.
Well, this is a Bears lineup on the floor right now that has some bigs that can step outside and knock down a three-point shot. They've got terrific floor spreading, and offensively, it's a big bonus for them.
Brian Clements with a nice job of ball control. Case still has it. This is Connor Adell off the glass. They need it. Missed it. Got his own rebound. Put back up and in. Connor Adell, great work by the senior from Revere High School.
Yeah, I'm thinking Connor Adell is going to play a lot of minutes here this afternoon because of his defensive presence and not only his ability to protect the rim, but his ability to come out to the line and come get those shooters.
Fatoki against Boyd. Right in front of the Case bench. He gets a high screen from Stafile. WashU has done very well from outside early in this game. They've hit a lot of threes. This is Matt Clark on defense. Spin off the glass and good. Boy, that was almost out of control for Mitch Stuzinski, but he kept it and he made it. He's got 8.
Yeah, good body control there, Stuzinski, that time. I mean, he does not take many shots for this Bears team, but odds are when he does, he's going to make it because of that 58.8% shooting percentage.
Averages only 8 points on the year, and he's already got 8 tonight. Clark with the bucket and the foul. Well, Matt Clark has been a very surprising offensive contributor here early in this game. Clark's got 4. He'll look for 5 at the line.
Well, he's come out pretty aggressive, Ron, and you have to be encouraged with what you have seen from your junior forward. He has set an aggressive tone. He wants to get to the rack, and he's been rewarded with plenty of trips at the charity stripe here as well.
Fouls on Clinton Hooks, and that was his first. Matt Clark has 5 points. He'll take a seat. Good work off the bench by Matt. Julian Person's back in. Holman's back in. Dave McLaughlin's back in. They'll join their original 5 starting mates, Brian Clements and Connor Adell. This is McLaughlin on defense to a cutter who's wide open. Shot was made, and the foul was also picked up by Connor Adell. So on Adell, that's his first. The buckets by Luke Lloyd Silverman.
How about the passing early on of the Bears, Ron? I mean, we've seen some great setups, some backdoor passes. They're moving the ball with authority.
That's what Case needs to do. That's what the coach has talked about before the game. The reason they were successful in St. Louis earlier this year was because of their passing. Nearly every basket in that game was assisted. This is Connor Adell from 18 feet. Missed it. Here comes WashU the other way. Jimmy Holman with good perimeter defense. He's guarding Kent Laycub. This is Adell working inside. Now it's Brian Clements on defense. Air ball. Julian Person and Jimmy Holman will bring it the other way for Case. Spartans drew within 2 at 24-26 moments ago. Case looking to get to 15 wins on the season. Brian Clements from outside. Don't see that very often.
That's going to make the defense think a little bit, Ron, because that's not normally in Clements' forte. But if you get the first one, that can set things up for you later on.
WashU really moving that ball well. Drawing a foul. A lot of fouls here early in this game. That one's going to go against McLaughlin. That'll be his first.
Well, I think it kind of just comes with the territory, Ron, of two very good offensive teams, and fouls are just going to happen naturally because of the pressure that the offense puts on you, and number two, they just get to the line more.
Palucki, the leading scorer for this Washington University team, is scoreless so far. He's at the line. There's a look at that Case bench. It's been very good for this program this year. 5 players always play off that bench in every game. Almost as many minutes as the starters. So Palucki's got his first point. He averages 16 on the season. And the lead's back to 4 for the Bears. Going to call a foul, a chip foul on Dane McLaughlin. Dane was setting a screen up top of the screen. They say he threw his elbow out. So that's the second foul on McLaughlin in 20 seconds, and he's going to take a seat. Matt Clark's back in. It's a good look at Clark. He had great minutes off the bench early. Scored 5 points.
Not a bad option to have off of the bench if you have to sit the great Dane, especially with his 5 early ones.
Screen in the feed. Clements gets beat. Shot was missed, though. And Jimmy Holman comes down with a loose ball. This is Clements. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Case will keep it. 27 seconds to shoot. Now this rotation right now with Clements and Adele and Clark in there, we don't see Matt Clark a whole lot with these other guys on the floor. He's there because of the foul trouble of Dane McLaughlin right now. This is Person with the basketball. He started out red hot, shoots a 3, missed it. Here comes Chicago the other way.
Yeah, I think the top offensive option for Case with this bunch that they have on the floor right now is Person shooting the 3. He's going to be their go-to guy with this unit on the floor.
Bears up 6 over the Spartans. Connor Adele is going to draw a foul out top. Holding on Adele, that's his second foul. It will be the 7th team foul for Case, so that puts WashU in the bonus. They'll be in the 1-and-1 situation. Adele's going to take a seat. David Black checks back in. Eric Black's coming off the bench as well. And for Washington University, David Fatoki is now back in the game. Fatoki's in, and taking a seat is Kent Lakehub. Here's Eric Black, the mouthpiece. At the line, shooting the 1-and-1 is Nick Burt. Burt makes the first. He's got 9 points in the opening half, including 3 of 4 from the foul line. So look at some of the Bears women's basketball players. They will be following this game. They'll take on the Spartans. Lead is back to 6 for WashU. It's the biggest it's been. This is Holman working against Fatoki. 5.5 minutes left to play opening half. This is David Black with a nice fake inside. Missed the shot, but got his rebound.
Patient move inside by the freshman. That's what you like to see from a player early on in his career, to have the tenacity to wait for the door to open for him to lay it in for an easy 2.
Off a ball screen underneath. And WashU has done a great job of coming off screens and getting open looks. Holman against Fatoki. Holman splits the defense. Shot was blocked. Good recovery that time by Nick Burt. Burt leads this team now with 16 block shots. .444 left, opening half. Case is down 6. Julian Person to David Black. Eric gets the rebound, keeps it alive. Matt Clark looks for it. Patoki takes it, and Patoki's fouled by Jimmy Holman.
That is a well-defended transition play by Jimmy Holman. I mean, he's got one of the fastest guys in the league in Patoki coming right at him with numbers. Probably the best case scenario you're looking at, Ron, is sending him to the stripe and making him earn it.
Patoki from the foul line, 74% free throw shooter. He's a good one. He makes the first. Case has 4 players with 2 fouls now. Holman's got 2 as he exits. Jordan Dean comes in. McLaughlin's got 2. Connor Riddell and Eric Black all have 2 fouls. Leads at 7. And now it's at 8. That is the largest lead of this basketball game in this opening half. Case with some work to do in the final 4.5 minutes of this opening half. This is Person. And there was no one to pass to. WashU will bring it back down. Two things I think have happened so far. WashU has done a great job of coming off screens and getting open looks. As Fatoki knocks that down, it's a 10-point lead now. And then on the other end of the floor, Case has just not been able to get into a comfortable offensive flow. They look very uncomfortable offensively right now. They look very uncertain. This is Clark, the lefty. That one went off the side of the backboard. And Julian Person was the right guy in the right place. He's got 12 in the opening half. Sean McDonald wants a timeout. He has not been a happy head coach at all this entire first half. His team's down 8, 3:42 left.
Intercontinental Suites has been transformed into much more than a hotel. It is a center of wellness and tranquility, featuring renovated suites, an expanded fitness center, and pure rooms for guests requiring the most allergen-resistant rooms on the market. C2, our Mediterranean-style restaurant and bar, accentuates the ambiance of relaxation and rejuvenation. Chef Omar Jones has designed a menu full of fresh, locally grown herbs and vegetables, along with a flavorful cuisine inspired by the beneficial Mediterranean diet. Call the Intercontinental today at 216-707-4300 or visit us at hotelsclevelandclinic.com or on Facebook.
So we're back for the final 3:42 of this opening half. If you look at statistically the first half, what stands out to you, Eddie?
Well, Washington is shooting an outstanding percentage at over 63%, and they are getting quality looks. They are working for those looks, and they are executing the easy looks, as we see the putback there again by Washington. Also, Ron, they have been dominant at the free throw line, hitting 9 of 11 shots. They have made way more shots at the stripe than the Spartans have even taken.
That was Palucki with the shot for WashU, and that's Eric Black with a real nice soft right-handed hook on that near baseline. Palucki again inside. Palucki was scoreless for basically the first 15 minutes of the game, their leading scorer, and he scored 5 in the last couple of minutes. This is Jordan Dean. He'll draw that defense. Clark back to Eric Black. Black with that spin dribble. Patoki the other way. Clark with the rebound. Case wants to move it. This is Jordan Dean, wide open 3. Missed it long.
But it is a shot that they wanted, Ron. Even if Dean misses the 3, that is still an open look that they wanted to get in transition. Because early on, they were hitting their 3s. That's what kept them in it. They've gone a while without one.
Clark steals it. Person on the break. Julian's going to take it in himself. He got fouled. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Fouls on Mitch Stuzinski. That is his second. Fifth team foul for WashU. There's a good look at Julian Person. Julian, the senior from Second Baptist High School in Texas. Born in Paris, France. Family moved to Texas because of his parents' job when he was just an infant. And that is something you don't see often from Julian Person. He is an 82% free throw shooter on the season. Case down 10. They've been down 10 a couple of times here late in this first half. Spencer Boyd checks in off the bench. Matt Clark, again, good minutes off the bench for Clark. He'll take a seat. Set play there. Fatoki threw it without even looking because he was expecting his teammate to be on that left lower block. Someone got caught up inside, and Case is going to have an opportunity here, Eddie, to cut back into that lead. Dean thought about it. David Clark will take it, or David Black, and David Black knocks it down.
Remember early on in the game, Ron, Spartans hit 3 of their first 5 from beyond the arc, and that is the first shot from three-point land that they have made in more than 10 minutes. So it's important that they incorporate the three-point shot back into their offensive game.
Foul inside. I believe it's going to go on David Black. It is on David Black. That is his first. Black's got 5 points, 1 foul. 9th team foul. Shooting the 1-and-1 for WashU will be Mitch Stuzinski. Stuzinski, a 76% free throw shooter. 1:24 left. Case is down 6. Now make it 7 as Stuzinski sinks the first of the 2 free throws. Let's look at Fatoki, the point guard, who has really led WashU well here this afternoon.
Yeah, he is a guy that makes everybody better, not only with his outside jumper, but with his passing. He is a big reason why Washington is one of the top offenses in the UAA.
Fatoki, defense on Jordan Dean. Shot was blocked by Stuzinski or Fatoki. Not sure which. One of them picked up the foul, though. It's going to be on Fatoki. So for David Fatoki, that's his first foul. Jordan Dean's going to go to the free throw line. Jordan Dean is very good from the charity stripe, 80%. Jordan Dean from St. John's, Florida. He's a senior, 5'10" guard, Creekside High School down there in St. John's, Florida. He's really had a nice career off the bench for Case. He's always had great minutes, subbing Jimmy Holman. Their careers have kind of reflected each other. They've both been here almost the same amount of time here at Case. Dean took a year off from basketball, he's played 3 of the 4 years he's been here, and I think, at least, he's been a very important part of this basketball program. Ball's tipped. Second tip goes in. That was Matt Highsmith with the second offensive tip, and that's his first basket. It's 46-38. Inside a minute to play. This is David Black. He's got 5. David with a spin and a shot. Drew the foul. Foul, I believe, will be on Highsmith. It is on Highsmith. That's his first. So David Black will shoot 2 free throws.
Going back to Jordan Dean real quick, Ron, he has been a very steady, sure-handed player, a solid option off of the bench for Sean McDowell. He's a guy that's going to take care of the basketball. He's going to bring it up court. He is responsible for setting up the reserves in the half-court offense. He has been an asset off of the bench for the Spartans in his 3 years here playing basketball at Case.
Boy, David Black missed them both. He's an 84% free throw shooter. Plus, he's a sharp shooter from the outside. This is Spencer Boyd with good defense in the backcourt. Boyd and Black on Fatoki, and it's a 5-second call. Or a 10-second call, rather. They didn't get it up.
That's a thing of beauty for the Spartans because you're going to get the last shot before we go to the locker room at halftime, and with an opportunity to come within 6, maybe even within 5, if you can get something from beyond the three-point arc.
Clark's got the basketball in his hand. 20 seconds on the game clock opening half. Case is down 8. It has been a battle from the opening tip against this WashU Bears team. WashU, number 12 in the country, but they've lost 2 games in a row. They're 4-4 in conference play. This is Julian Person with it. Back to David Black. 3 seconds to shoot. Person's going to have to launch one. He does, and he misses. That was a desperation shot by the Spartans. Good defense, though, by Washington University. The Bears did a nice job of limiting Case to not the look that they wanted as this first half comes to a close. So it's 46-38. WashU over Case